Hi, it's me, Vicki Gunvalson.
And I'm Christian Gray Snow.
If you're not following our podcast, My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast yet, then you are missing out.
Alexis Bellino, as suspected, is not returning next
Check
season.
that bitch off the calendar. Listen, she had to have an ego blow to herself, right? She was not expecting that.
Kristen Cavallari from Laguna Beach. Not only does Vicki know her, but Brianna and Kristen were friends in high school?
Yes.
Do you play the lottery?
No.
I didn't.
I mean, the chances of you winning is like a nipple hair. Like it really, I don't know why I would say
They're
that.
low odds. I don't know. We are manifesting amazing things for our podcast in 2025, and we want you, yes, you, in the little family van with us every step of the way.
So what you need to do is follow My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you already get your podcasts.
Woohoo!
Woo!
I knew it. Another Herdat Media production.
Hi, Shantel.
Hey, Rexian.
Hi, guys. I don't know if any of you guys, just from that little bit right now, can tell that we're sick. Both of us, we're sick. And if
I think this is our first time that we're both sick at the same time.
yeah, and if you haven't heard from us, it's because of that. And Shantel, yeah, absolutely. Like and what's so crazy is my kids are sick all the time starting now. They'll start being sick. And I've never caught something from them. My kids are fine. They're not even sick, and I'm sick right now. And it's been horrible. So yeah, we've been resting it up. So do you guys miss us? Do you guys so we were like, let's do a mom's part 2 episode because you guys enjoyed I was like shocked that people listen to our mom's chat where we just kind of talk about mom stuff and then answer your questions. And we were going to do a part 2 because last week Shantel was like, okay, that's enough.
Well, it was sitting an hour and I was like, well, okay, if there's more questions, maybe we should do a part 2.
Yeah. How are you guys? Chantel's about to have a baby in like 2 weeks.
And let me tell you what Rexian did the other day, you guys. And like, if I did this to her, she'd go crazy. She tried to downplay. She's like, aren't you like 32 weeks? I go, bitch, I'm 37. Okay. And anyone knows like that last month like matters. Like, okay, like the last month is where it's at. So it's like for her to say like, are you 32 weeks? I wanted to punch her.
Yeah, well, I like it's just weird, you guys. I think we talked about this a little on Patreon, but like Shantel doesn't talk about her pregnancy, so I do forget, So
yeah, but I'm just not doing the best. I think I told you. I don't know if I told everyone, but I have like that. I was itching my stomach like crazy, and everyone kept telling me like, oh, that's normal. Like I was itching too towards the end, and I do think that's normal. A lot of people do itch because like your stomach expands so much. But when I actually went to the doctors, I have the thing called PUPS. It's like PUPPS, and like I have a rash. It's like a papillary thing. It's like, of course, this would happen to me.
Yeah, when you had gone to Mexico, remember how you like had a crazy rash and stuff, and then now this.
Yeah, and then my bed, like not my bed bug bites, those no-see-um bites. Like I just have really sensitive skin when something attacks it. So it's just like I'm always dealing with skin issues.
I was so itchy with Charlie, like so itchy. So I don't know. I feel like that's normal. But cousins, do you guys think that she's going to be early or is she going to be late? So her due date is October 13th. So
October 12th.
October 12th. Oops. I thought it was like Friday the 13th.
No, it's that Sunday, the 12th.
Oh, oopsies. Well,
yeah. I was like, my calculations were the 13th, but when I went to the doctors, they gave me the 12th. So I just obviously go by what they said because it's like, that's what they're going to go by. So,
yeah.
Do you think well, you actually did put that you're going, I think you did put, let's see what Rexian guessed, you guys. Let's see how mean she is. She put, oh, you're not that mean. Rexian put October 14th. So, because we're doing a little like pool, like with my family, those baby pools, and she did October 14th. So that's not that bad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I think that's what's going to end up happening just because that happened to me for Charlie. So that's why I did that. And then the rest, I like try to get it induced or something.
Yeah, this is a time that Rexian would start freaking out now. I mean, like trying to like do everything in her power. Isn't that crazy? Because like not for your first one, obviously, but like this is the time like when you're almost gonna hit 38, where you're like, get this out of me. Like let me tell the doctors that like I don't know what Rexian was doing.
Like Chantel's handling it so well. I will say, with Sloan, I had IUGR, which is like the baby's just they're smaller. They're measuring smaller. And I actually had that with Elle too. But so they like induced me 1 week early. And even when I was 1 week late with Charlie, they induced me. So it's like at this point, fucking induce me, get this baby out of me, you know? But with Jack, I was very desperate, you guys. I was very desperate. And this is not medical advice. I don't do it. But because with Charlie, you know, those like things, Chantel, where they're like, jump on a ball or whatever the hell it is, like that one ball, or, walk or take this tea and it'll induce your labor and yada, 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 all the bullshit. Well, whatever. I did all those things and it never worked. And so with Jack, I had an induced date because I was just like going crazy and the doctor was like going to kill me. And I had been seeing on TikTok these women who drink castor oil. I'm not telling you guys to do this, okay?
No, I think we talked about it a little bit. Like midwives will recommend it, but after your due date. But you did it before.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like like people are not that mad about it like anymore. I just think they tell you to wait after your due date. Like this should be your final thing to get you induced without having to get an induction. But Roxanne did it before her due date.
Yeah, and if there is anything that I'm telling you, if you were to be like, after your due date, I need this baby out of me, that baby will fly right out. Okay. Yep. So just saying. And I didn't have an epidural for that one. So, yeah, but let's get to some questions though. And I think this is a really good question, Shantel, for you. One of our cousins asked, how do you plan on handling visitors postpartum?
Ooh. I know that's such a good question. You know what? Thank God though, because after COVID, what happened, especially in our culture, is that you guys, people would literally show up at the hospital like day in and day out. Like so many people would show up in the hospital to visit your baby. So like that would stress me out. So thank God that's not going to happen.
It was like a respect thing. If you don't show up to the hospital, like in our culture, if you don't show up to the hospital, like you don't respect us. And this is obviously like not for our generation, but like it's still followed. So especially for a first kid, which is Chantel's first kid, every cousin, aunt, uncle, everyone would have to come to the hospital to see the baby.
Yeah, which is so crazy to think about, because it's like, now going and like seeing what like I'm about to go through, like why would I want that many people in my hospital? I have heard people say like if they're gonna come to my home right after anyways, like they might as well just come to the hospital because at least you don't have to entertain them as much in your home. But like I feel like I'm not gonna sit there and tell people like, oh, come over whenever you want. Obviously, Roxanne, my immediate family, his immediate family, like they can come over whenever they want. I'm never gonna tell them no. But I am gonna be crazy about them washing their hands. I'm gonna be crazy about anybody trying to kiss my baby. Like I'm gonna say those things because I am having a baby during like flu season, and like I don't care. Like I don't care if that comes off rude. I'm literally gonna have my husband though tell his parents. I'm gonna tell my parents, don't kiss my baby, don't kiss him on the hands, don't kiss him on don't do it the first month. Like because if they do get a fever, like you have to get a spinal tap. Like I'm not doing that just to be nice to you. Like even my husband and I, like, obviously we can kiss our baby, but like we should even be cautious about it. But I'm gonna be okay with my immediate family coming whenever they want, and like Roxanne can come whenever she wants, but other people I'm probably gonna wait a few weeks.
What about my kids?
Yeah, your kids can come if they're not sick. Like you just have to be very sure that they're not even like a sniffle.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do like 2 and 2 at a time,
Yeah, I was like super nonchalant with Charlie. So it was just like, in the Chaldean world too, what happens is like people come to your house and it sucks because like you have to host them.
Yeah.
So you just have this baby, right? And you have this baby and people want to come see the baby because they'll come to the hospital and then they'll come to your house. And it's like a respect thing. It's very nice of them, right? Because like for me, how I look at it is like the more people who love my baby, like the happier I am. I want my baby to feel so loved by every damn person, because what happens is when you try to push that away, then your baby, like they grow up and they might see their cousin feel more loved or whatever it is, So I always pushed for that. And Chantal, I don't know what I was going to say.
No, you're saying that like we have to host a lot when we when people come to our house. So it is a lot too.
Yeah. Like literally what's wrong with me? Yeah. So we have to host, like we have to have like food and like things to like, when someone comes to your house, like, they will come and they'll bring a gift. That's nice. But like you have to host. And, I had that with Charlie and then COVID happened. And I was like, Thank God, because like I don't want people to come. And first off, you're postpartum, like ew, like disgusting. Please, I don't want anyone to come over. And I don't know. I can't believe that we do things like that where we have to have like food at the house and things of that sort. I will say, my mother-in-law, she did, with Charlie especially, would make us dinner at times, and that's very helpful to do if you're going to like visit someone's baby, is like bring food, but also like we're not entitled for them to bring food. I'm just saying, if you're like, what can I do to like make their life easier?
Yeah, for sure. I think we have it twisted where it's like people come over and you're entertaining them, where it's like when people come over to see a baby, it's like you should be a helping hand, you should be. And it's not about like taking my baby. Like I'm sure like the first 2 weeks, like first month, it's like the baby needs a mom anyways. I'm not telling you, hey, carry my baby the first 2 weeks, but it's like you said, come over with a dish. Like that would be really helpful for them. Or, do something nice, like make sure that they don't need, I don't know, pick up their groceries. I don't know, something where it's like, I was gonna say clean, but I would never let anyone clean my house anyways. But
Oh, I would hate that. Like sit down and
yeah,
I'll look some stuff.
exactly. I know some people would like that though, but my mom, I would let my mom clean my house. So like that stuff, like I would want her to help with that, not really with the baby though.
And here's the thing is like RSV is real. So, I mean, Jack got RSV, but he got it at like 3 or 4 months. And I swear he had croup. Is it called croup? Like every
Yeah.
month we'd have to go to the hospital in the middle of the night. And it was like the worst type of croup ever. And what I've realized is that your kids' first year of their life, especially if they're going to school or if they're in daycare or Montessori or something, like they're going to be sick a million times. But I swear once like they hit one, it really does start slowing down, which is really nice.
Yeah, I just don't want, like, especially because I don't have kids right now. So it's like, it really would come from adults. Like, her sickness would come from other people. So it's like, I would want to prevent that as much as possible.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I don't blame you. Yeah. So let's see how Chantel is. Let's see.
Yeah.
One of our cousins said, "This is not a mom question, but I need y'all to do a meet and greet in Los Angeles. I love you so much." Stop, Jalen. That's so nice. Oh my gosh. Like, we feel like 2 people would come.
In LA? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I feel like, do people in LA listen to us? Actually, we have a lot of people because anytime we talk shit about like California, they come for us immediately. Or at
No,
least
I
I
know.
do. You don't.
But like, no, but because LA is so different than people living in like San Fran or San Diego or different parts of LA.
Yeah. She also asked, do you carpool? Do I like me and Chantel?
I mean, if no, we live somewhere differently now, but sometimes, or maybe for school, do you carpool? Because it's a
No,
mom question.
I don't know. Jacob does drop off. I do pick up. So that's kind of how it
And
works.
Roxanne also lives so close to school, so like for her, it wouldn't give her any benefit to carpool.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Honestly, like people should be like, "Hey, I'll just drop your kids," and I'll be like, "Yeah, thank you." I mean, I live literally right there, and that would make
But
life easier.
but people would only want to do that though if like there was a benefit to them.
Of course, yeah. Priscilla asked, "Did you ever deal with postpartum depression?" Yeah, I totally did, and especially with Jack too. First off, I had a baby that was COVID baby. I feel like we were all just like locked in a house. And then with Jack, I was so sleep deprived because he woke up, and no matter what, every 3 hours and wanted food, like no matter what he did. And he would go right back to sleep. But like just having to put yourself to sleep a million times is not fun. It's just not good. So I definitely did. I actually even spoke to a therapist, to be honest.
I think there's I listened to this podcast called let me make sure, I think it's called Down to Birth, and they have a lot of stories of women going through postpartum on there. Like they give their story and they give the light of their story, and I think it's really important for you just to see the signs and know what it might mean and what it might look like, and just be educated around it so that you're
Well,
not in denial.
and trust your gut.
Yeah.
I mean, like a doctor only knows so much because like they will immediately shut you out and be like, it's just baby blues. And you're like, no, bitch, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, you never know. By the way, actually, someone commented on our podcast and they were like, they complimented our episodes and they were like, Roxanne, you swore like 32 times. And
Oh wow.
I know. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to stop doing
Yeah, why
that.
do you swear a lot?
It's not okay. I'm sorry. What do you mean? Like it's part of my vocabulary, and it's a disgusting trait. It's a horrible, horrible trait to have. But I don't notice it. I remember there was like a point that Jacob would get annoyed about it, and I just have like such a potty mouth. It's really the F word, to be honest. It's not like I'm like saying anything else, but yeah, I don't know. It's part of my vocabulary, and it's horrible. And there was like a point that Jack started saying it. I was like, oh my god, I know. And yeah, I know that freaking kid, dude. But he doesn't say it or anything. He, by the way, Chantel runs his school. Like everyone's obsessed with Jack. It's crazy. But yeah, so I need to cut that out because when she said that, I almost died.
I like the one. Do you want me to read the one that someone wanted advice?
Yeah, let's read that. One of our cousins asked for advice.
Yes, and we're going to keep her anonymous. But she said, I have a question for you guys and some advice. I'm a first-time mom and having trouble dealing with family members constantly putting in their opinions on everything about how things were 20, 30 years ago when they had kids, and not understanding that times have changed and everyone is their own person and wants to do things their way. I appreciate the advice, but also it's not constantly wanted and sometimes it's overbearing. I'm having trouble getting it across to people while still sounding respectful.
Well, I guess it depends who it is. Because if it's your mom, like I would be so straight up with my mom, but we're also so direct with our parents. But also, like I have been so straight up with my mom because my mom does the same thing and she doesn't change. So, but if it is your parent, like I feel like you can be straight up with them. And then if it's your in-laws, I feel like maybe your husband would say something, but not throw you under the bus and be like, she feels this way when you do these things. Instead, he say like, hey, don't be so hard on us. Like or don't, you always have an opinion about things. Like things are differently now. Like we don't need to hear it, and let him say it, just because like, I feel like when it comes from a daughter-in-law instantly, and I don't even know if this is like an in-law issue, but when it comes from a daughter-in-law, instantly like that's when it starts. It's crazy because like you see a lot of problems in relationships once you have a baby with your in-laws.
I think like I wonder if you take the approach of like when someone's saying things, even though you're not going to do it because like if they're clearly not listening to you, you'll just say, yeah, I'll try that, and then you just ignore them. So like you just let them talk, let them say things, because they're going to keep saying things. I feel like no one's going to stop even if you tell them like, hey, things are different now, unless you make it a big deal, which it doesn't seem like you're going to. I would just be like, yeah, I'll try that, and then really you're not going to try it, and you let them on their way. People just like to hear themselves talk a lot.
So I've been trying that though with my mom, and I'm just like, okay, just ignore it. Just like, don't even say anything. Don't even correct her. Don't even nothing. But then she like still continues to do it, which is just so annoying.
I know. I mean, that's what I'm saying, that they're gonna, with your mom, like you said, I think you should be more direct and be like, okay, things are different. Like, stop telling me what to do. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's my kid's different. We're all different. But then other people, you just be like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. I'll try it.
Well,
and hopefully they don't bring it up again.
I did yell at her the other day because like she like had saw like this like little girl. She's like, she's not that pretty. I'm like, Mama. I'm like, you can't say that. And I'm like, and that's like such a like direct. They don't mean anything by it, but it's like such like a voter thing. It's like crazy. I feel like our parents, like unless you have like blue eyes, you're like mediocre. And keep in mind, like no one has blue eyes as a Kellyan. So I'm like, just stop. So
I love that.
I know I will correct. Like I do correct her on that because I'm just like, well, you're so weird for that. Like you're so weird. But I swear there's so many other, even on TikTok, I'll see like people and they'll say their moms like do weird shit like that. But I don't know. I mean, they don't mean any like real harm to it, but I'm just like,
I think because there's nothing else to like, I don't know if it's like a thing where it's like growing up, that's all they love to do is like talk about looks or appearances because there's nothing else to talk about. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. But they would do that our whole lives. It's like that's where they connect. And it's like I can't wait. Like, I know the first thing that's my mom's gonna probably say is like, my baby's ugly or cute. Like, that's the first thing she's gonna say, and she'll be honest about it. But it's her opinion, so it's like I don't care what she says anyways.
well, I mean, it's her opinion, but it will end up making you sad. I remember my mom said something about one of my babies in the hospital that really pissed me off. So like, it's not like it'll make you sad. It's just like, shut up. Like,
No, it is. I know, but it's just like, it really is. Like, you just put up walls. Like, you just learn to put up walls with these people.
No, with our parents.
Yeah.
Our dads are like angels in comparison. It's so crazy. Now someone asked,
Someone said, "Oh, go ahead."
Why do you do that?
I know, because I was ready, and I was like, "Let me do mine."
Go ahead.
Roxanne, have you done the 3-day potty training? And then Chantel, how are you remaining so fit? Well, thanks, girl.
Oh,
um,
boy.
I mean, I pretty much like still have like maintained working out to some degree. I haven't been going like 3 days a week or 4 days a week while I'm pregnant recently, but I still do like walking. I still do at least like a strength kind of class, like on my own, on my phone, like once a week, but I haven't really been, um, the last like 6 weeks haven't been that into it, but I think walking helps, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm that fit right now. But yeah, tell us about your potty training.
Oh, well, I mean, no, you look actually so good and you didn't swell up at all.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy that I haven't gotten
Swole.
swollen.
I feel like it's like a genetic thing. Either you like, or I don't even know. I just like it's a hit or miss.
Yeah. No, because I think every pregnancy is different too. So like this one maybe I'm not, and then the next one I might blow up.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the second kid, no one blows up. I feel like you blow up the most with your first.
Mm,
Yeah.
interesting.
What was the question they asked me?
Have you done the 3-day potty train?
Oh yeah, I did. And you know what? Honestly, every kid is so different. I say potty training is harder than giving birth. And I know that sounds crazy, but I really do
Whoa.
because it's just like you have to be glued to them and stuck to them. And I feel like if they're ready, they'll do fine. But if not, like you're kind of screwed. And with Charlie, it took me longer because I tried to be like, because with your first, we want to be able to say, which is such, it's a joke, like, oh, my kid knows the ABCs, blah, 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 at 1 year old. Oh, my kid knows how to count to 20 at 1 year old. My kid pottied at not even 2 years old. Like, it's just like such a loser behavior. Like, don't even put pressure like that on yourself because it's so stupid. But with Charlie, I tried before she turned 2 and she wasn't ready. And then when she turned 2, it was literally just like a week of literally just not having her wear a diaper too. And so she just like ended up like learning and knowing. And then Sloan, I did the 3D with Sloan and she adapted immediately. And then with Jack, I had to wait for him. Like he was like my later kid. And then in the nighttime with Jack, I still put a pull up on him. So, and it's because he drinks so much damn water. Like he will come in my room in the middle of the night and he's like, where's my water? Because he already finished like 2 damn cups of it. So I'm just like, okay, I heard boys are harder. And I'm like so annoyed that I have one more baby to potty train because it's so annoying, you guys. It really is.
I think as long as like you can do it before they're 3 or like having to go to a school, because I think that's what makes you have to be forced to do it too. Like schools say you have to be potty trained, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I think then that's a good
Well,
time.
it depends. I mean, if you're in a daycare, like, no, not necessarily,
Yeah,
but
not the daycare.
yeah. So I don't know, but I say my best thing was like getting the reward system, getting them excited with those like stickers every time they pee or poop, and then honestly leaving them bare naked, and you're gonna be glued to your house. And yeah, it's not fun. I will tell you that, especially if you're working, because you have to be very, very strategic about it, you know?
Yeah, I think my sister has twins, and again, they were born in February, so they're gonna be 3 in February, so they're over a little bit 2.5. She still has yet to potty train them, but you could tell one is ready. Like one, like will literally like I feel like if they go away to do their business and they come back and tell you, it's like they're ready at that point. But the other one, I don't think is ready at all.
Yeah.
So I think it's just, I would say just before 3, guys.
Yeah. Chantel's like very scared of people who don't potty train their kids before 3.
It's just like it's not scary. I just think it's so nasty. Like when they're having like these grown up number twos, yeah, and then you're just like changing them, and they're like so like independent. They're talking. They're like
Right.
they're just like little humans. So it just grosses me out thinking like because I understand though if you're telling me like hey I'm just lazy I'm not doing it okay I understand but it's like don't put that on the kid the kid will adapt but if you tried and the kid didn't, then that's another thing too. But most of the time, like when they're that like independent, they're good to go.
I I with Jack like started 3 months before he turned 3.
Yeah. I think it just the 3 is the cutoff right there.
Or maybe a little bit earlier, but yeah, like I had to because I was like, oh gosh. Yeah, no, I think it was like 3 months before he turned 3. And everyone, like people would make comments to me. And these are the comments that are annoying. They're like, have you not potty trained yet? Have you not? Like those are annoying comments for people to make. And it's like, Chantel does that, by the way. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, no, I haven't. I'm going to though. Oh, I just swore, sorry. But it's like, no, I haven't, but I'm going to. Like, it's going to be figured out because by the time fall comes, they have to be potty trained or they can't go to school. So it's going to be figured out. But it's like, just like even when I think I talked about this, even when like Elle wasn't walking yet because she was like a late bloomer in walking, immediately when people see, they're like, are they walking yet? Like, why are you asking? Like, clearly not. I'm holding her. Like, she's not walking. Why are you asking? You reminding me that she doesn't walk yet? I don't know. And maybe sometimes people are doing it with the best of intent, but I guess it just depends who it is.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
Yeah. You guys asked for my nighttime routine. So my nighttime routine, you guys. Well, my nighttime routine is when my kids are in school, they sleep at 7:00. And honestly, they're exhausted. And what sucks is in Michigan, it's like it's still like light out, but we've gotten them used to it. And we're like, well, it's nighttime. Like, even though it's not dark, it's still nighttime. So my kids are exhausted they're in school, you dude, for like how many hours? And then, Jack naps for like 30 minutes. Like they're all really tired. So we get them down at 7. Elle's like, I just put her in the crib with her passy. Boom. She knows. She lays on her tummy. She's ready to go. And then Jake and I sing to Jack. I sing the Beatles song, like that song Blackbird.
You sing to Jack?
Yeah, he makes me every day. He's such a baby. He makes me sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and then that song like Blackbird singing in the dead of night. And I have to sing that whole song. Take these broken wings. That one, yeah. Well,
wow.
So I sing both of those to him. I put him to sleep. And then now we leave his door open because he'll cry and try to come out if we don't. And then Jacob sits in Charlie and Sloane's room because they share a room with each other. And Chantel, like, I don't know. This is like, I hate that my girls share a room, but I only have 4 bedrooms. But I don't like that they share a room. And I was talking to my friend about this, and I want to get your opinion because she was like, oh my gosh, like I was talking to another girl and they were saying like, sharing a room with your sister really brings you so close to your sister. Like it makes you have a relationship like no other. And I thought about you and I'm like, Chantel like shared a room with her sister and that did nothing like that.
Yeah, but we are the closest though.
But now family. You are. But when you guys were sharing a room, you weren't.
I know, but it's still yeah, for sure we weren't when we were sharing it, but like maybe because we shared a room and we always like had that closeness, like it was always there. And I did, my sister did send me something. It says studies show siblings who grew up sharing a room are more emotionally bonded as adults.
Oh, okay. Because to me, like mine keep each other up. Like one wants to sleep, but the other one like plays around. And then and that's why they'll like mess around when they don't want to sleep. Like we haven't had a problem since school started, but in the summer, that's what was like happening all the time. And I was like, I wish they weren't sharing a room because like, I mean, at the end of the day, they're almost 14 months apart. They're going to be like so close. Like, Charlie's friends, like Sloane's going to be friends with and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just like, I was thinking in the summer, I'm going to put Charlie in a room with Elle because Charlie would know better not to wake up Elle and she would just sleep because she sees Elle sleeping. And with Sloane, I'm like, she's just like, she don't give a shit, you guys. That second child, she don't care.
No, I would keep them together, honestly. Because this study does show like how it really does it helps them learn to communicate because there's always arguments. And so it helps them learn to communicate and how to handle each other. So I would keep them together.
Well, right now they beat each other up. So I don't know. But
well, they're also like 6 and 5. So we'll wait until they get a little older.
Like,
but yeah, there were so many
girls scrap, like girls like literally hit each other.
Oh yeah, we probably used to hit each other all the time. We used to fight, like we used to literally hit each other over the remote. We would have to fight over the TV. We have to fight over like who gets to sleep earlier because the other one wants to stay awake. Like it was hell, especially when you're a teenager sharing a room. It was hell.
One time I pushed Shantel in the bushes. Dude, like that is something I won't ever forget.
And now you're scared of me, so.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, because you would like beat the shit out of me with one punch.
Exactly.
So, but that is like the thing. Why? Do you remember why I did that?
I don't know. I don't know why you pushed me. And then I cried.
Yeah, which is so crazy because she's not like that. So yeah, but trauma, huh? Trauma.
Literally.
I wonder if our parents used to get mad. Like, I wonder if they saw us like bully each other because kids like naturally bully each other, which like I correct my kids if I ever see stuff like that. But then like I can't, and I always talk to them about bullying. But then anytime like Sloan and Charlie fight, they'll be like, "You bully," and I'm like, "Okay, let's not like overuse the word though." But I wonder if our parents ever thought like that bitch. Look, I just swore. Sorry, that girl. Look what she just said to my daughter. You know? Do you think they ever thought that?
No.
Yeah, because you know what? Because they're sisters, dude.
Yep, they never cared.
I feel like if it was like an in-law thing, it would be different.
For sure.
Isn't that crazy, you guys? Unless like you're best friends with your in-law before you like met the spouse or something, it's a different story. But yeah, I don't know. But okay, so my nighttime routine is like Jacob sits in the room with them until they fall asleep because then they'll mess around. And I go in my bed and I rot because at that point I've already washed the dishes. I've already like loaded laundry.
You already did school lunches at that point?
Yeah, like I typically, well, it depends. Like me and Jacob switch off of school lunches, which that's the worst part of like having kids is doing school lunches. But yeah, like that depends if I'll do it in the morning or I'll do it. Typically I do it the night before, but I just like will rot for 2 hours. If me and Chantal have the podcast, then I'll watch and be on my laptop. I'll blog while I'm watching and then also like write notes and then we'll podcast right after. But like for example, tonight, I don't think we have anything to watch. So I've been watching UK Love Island. And so that's like been great, but I don't feel good. So I just can't wait to rot tonight.
Yeah. So like the best thing is like right when you know they're sleeping, you have like literally from 7 to 11 to do whatever you want.
Yeah. Yesterday night, I like, cause I have a Cricut. I made like my kids all like school shirts and stuff. So I was doing that, but yeah, I rob. By the end of the night, I'm so tired and so over life. So I just like go on TikTok. And that's really my night routine. And I just want to be left alone, which like sucks, but I really do.
Another question is someone wants to know how old did you start your kids on solid foods or finger foods?
Well, Al used to throw up all the time, so I started her a little bit early. Again, with my first, I was just so excited to like give her mushy stuff and I think I started at like 6 months. With Al, I might have like started at like 4 to 5 months. And with Charlie, I did everything natural, like I was like cooking it and stuff. And then,
when do you give your kids Rizza Maraca? Like what our parents fed us like every day?
Well, so when I used to make them like the Rizza Maraca, I used to put it in the like not a shredder, but like a blender and blend it all in. And I would just give it to them in like 6 months.
When do you give it to them solid?
Solid, probably like 9 months. It just depends. Like
Yeah.
You'll know
So
when
like
they're
that's just like a rice and stew. So I feel like that is a good time.
yeah, like we have really good Chaldean food that our kids like will eat every day. That's like what we ate growing up.
It's literally just rice and like tomato paste in a soup and like they love it.
Yeah. Our last question is that we didn't get to is do your kids have middle names? Charlie's is Charlie Rose. Okay, Charlie Rose. Sloan is Sloan Catherine. Jack is Jack Phillip, which Philip is Jacob's dad. And Jacob's brother also named his like it was like a tradition. They kept it with Jay's and then they named the middle name with like their dad's name. He's a great man. It's fine. So we were very happy to do that for him. And then L is L Sophie. And the reason it's Sophie is because that is Jacob's number one name. He wanted Sophia from when I had a baby with the first one, and I refused to. And he wanted a Sophia. And I just don't like names. As you can see, my names are really basic. So we had to name her Sophie as a middle name. And he still wanted Sophia. And I said, no, I'll do Sophie. And that was like a whole fight.
Yeah, because it is messed up because he's allowed you to pick your 2 girl names and we said that he could pick the third one.
Dude, I picked every name. What are you talking about?
I know exactly. So he could have got something.
But it was always a fight. So why do we fight if I'm going to get what I want? Like it was always like until the last minute and in the hospital, us going back and forth. And Al, like they were like, you need to hurry up and pick a name.
I just don't like middle names. Like I just think they're pointless, but whatever.
I think they're cute though. Growing up, I didn't have a middle name and I like hated that. I literally hated that I didn't have a middle name.
I don't have a middle name and I literally don't care.
But in school, when they had you like fill your middle name and stuff, I was like, I don't have one. And everyone had one and everyone was like Marie and Ann. And I was like, why am I not a Marie or an Ann? So
like, I don't think I can even tell you my nieces and nephews like middle name. I knew Charlie's and I knew Jack's. I really didn't know Sloan's or L's. Like if you just asked me that, I would literally have no idea that Sloan was Catherine.
We were going to name Charlie L, and Chantel had made us a blanket, and then we vetoed it and we didn't name her L. Then we named L. And Chantel's kept that blanket for some weird reason.
No, I gave it to my sister one time, and then my sister gave it to her sister-in-law. So like it's around. It's somewhere here.
And it literally just has L everywhere.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this thing where we want you guys to, and let us know, like send us a DM on Instagram and stuff. But we're gonna do this thing where we're gonna have like a mother-in-law chat where you guys anonymously share stories, ask for advice, and we just like kind of talk about like, was it just in-laws, Chantel, or parents, whatever?
Yeah, it was in-laws.
Well, because our cousins on Patreon like really like that. So we're going to do that, and let us know like if you guys would think that was fun, or that's what we want to do for like our next episode.
Yes, let us know.
But I think that's all that we have, we sound like shit. So hopefully you guys got through it, because like listen to us.
Stuffy number 1 and stuffy number 2.
But thank you guys for being here. Be sure to join us on Patreon. We do 2 additional episodes. We'll be back with Salt Lake City and Orange County.
Bye, guys.
Twin.
Hi, it's me, Vicki Gunvalson.
And I'm Christian Gray Snow.
If you're not following our podcast, My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast yet, then you are missing out.
Alexis Bellino, as suspected, is not returning next
Check
season.
that bitch off the calendar. Listen, she had to have an ego blow to herself, right? She was not expecting that.
Kristen Cavallari from Laguna Beach. Not only does Vicky know her, but Brianna and Kristen were friends in high school?
Yes.
Do you play the lottery?
No.
I didn't.
I mean, the chances of you winning is like a nipple hair. Like it really, I don't know why I would say
They're
that.
low odds. I don't know. We are manifesting amazing things for our podcast in 2025, and we want you, yes, you, in the little family van with us every step of the way.
So what you need to do is follow My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you already get your podcasts.
Woohoo!
Woo!